The York Chocolate Cat is a rare breed with a rich dark brown coat. It was received not purposefully, but by chance, but in just a quarter of a century it became known to the whole world. The most widespread chocolate York, as this beautiful breed is also called, received in the countries of North America, including the USA and Canada. Each fluffy pet, whether it is a purebred representative of a rare breed, hybrid or yard inhabitant, is unique. But from the motley feline brotherhood, the chocolate cat of the York breed clearly stands out. The cat with a delicate brown coat and flexible character is rapidly gaining fans all over the world. Despite the lack of recognition by most international organizations and a rich history of breeding of the breed, the handsome Yorkie easily attracts cat lovers thanks to its attractive exterior with hints of exotic, combined with a friendly disposition. The history of the origin of the chocolate Yorkie breed. Unlike many purebred brethren, the York cat cannot boast of a branchy family tree with powerful roots. The discovery of the Yorkie breed happened spontaneously in the early 80s of the last century. The founder of York Chocolate was not some famous breeder or a scientist. The York breed owes its appearance to the American Janet Jafari. As it often happens, there was a cute long-haired cat in Janet's family. In one of the litters of her pet, the owner saw a kitten with rich brown hair. The mother cat did not have outstanding external data, so the mystery of the inheritance of the features of the unusual appearance of the fluffy daughter remained unsolved. When the York Chocolate Cat grew up, she also had a Yorkie kitten with a similar color. Janet Jafari liked the pets with the outlandish fur coat so much that she decided to breed a York breed. She did not possess any special skills or experience. However, after a series of trial and error, the gene responsible for the chocolate coat became resistant. Judging by the peculiarities of the exterior, there were decent, thoroughbred ancestors in the family of York Chocolate Cats. So, from the Persians they got a moderately thick long coat, and from the Siamese, a dark color with a rare, minimal admixture of light spots. Fortunately, York Chocolate has not inherited its complex character from its smug relatives. Whether the York Chocolate Cat has been recognized as a separate breed by reputable international organizations varies widely. But the standard for Yorkies, prescribed by WCF, is still there. Canadian, European and American catteries are engaged in breeding York Chocolate kittens. Description of the York Chocolate Cat. The chocolate Yorkie is a fairly large cat. For females, average body sizes are more typical. For males, on the contrary, solid proportions are characteristic. Cats, as a rule, weigh about 7 to 8 kilograms, while the massive cat sometimes reaches 10 kilograms. Chocolate Yorkies have a moderately elongated body, which, due to well-developed, but not bulging muscles and neat, not too wide, but strong bones, look stately. Such a structure, most likely, went to an affectionate chocolate cat with a printed fur coat inherited from the yard relatives, who had to survive using their hunting skills. Therefore, despite all its charm and sincere friendliness, the cat remained a quick, resourceful and graceful catcher of small animals. The graceful appearance of the cat is complemented by the thin lines of the shoulders and pelvis. By the way, they are about the same width, smoothly turning into tall slender strong paws. The pads of the limbs are rounded, the space between the fingers is covered with small bushes of wool. The tail of a chocolate York is proportional to the size of the body, long, gradually tapering to the tassel, covered with thick silky fur. The slim body of the chocolate York cat is imperceptible. Through a not very high, thin neck, it passes into a medium-sized head with rounded contours. From a wide aristocratic forehead, the muzzle becomes narrower to a dark, glossy nose, button and chin, completely softening in the area of fluffy cheeks. The ears are large, set high and wide apart, with rounded tips, decorated with miniature tufts of hair inside. The eyes of a chocolate York deserve special attention. Large expressive almond-shaped soul mirrors are located at a slight angle in relation to the nose. The beautiful color of the iris gives mystery and penetration to the look, from amber, golden, flowing through a nutty hue to deep green. The cleaner and richer the tone, the better. However, the most striking sign of the difference between the York Chocolate breed from others is the amazing softness of the fur coat. Perhaps they inherited such a cover from the Persians. But be that as it may, Yorkies are owners of long, thick, with a dense undercoat, silky to the touch wool. Glossy fine hairs are slightly shorter on the face, shoulders and belly. The breed is characterized by a coat of chocolate, lilac colors with a sparkling, warm tint. There are Yorkies with light spots. However, if they are located on the chest or abdomen, and the animal is colored evenly, then their presence is considered a disadvantage. But if York Chocolate tabby kittens, or with tipping were born, then, most likely, with age, by 4 to 5 months, these coloring effects will disappear. Features of the character of York Chocolate cats. Whenever a potential breeder meets his future pet, he wonders what the new fluffy resident will be like with closer communication. What you need to know about the temper and manners of chocolate Yorkies before buying it in the nursery. Flexibility of character. The York Chocolate Cat is able to adapt to the temperament and rhythm of life of the owners without any problems, whether it is an elderly couple, a young active family with a small child, or an ever-busy careerist. Yorkie cats are tactful, easy to train. Lack of aggression. When a new pet or guest appears in the house, the Yorkie behaves with restraint and polite. Having looked closely and made sure that there is no danger for them, they willingly make contact with newcomers. But if these are fish, birds or rodents, then first, just in case, it is better to keep your ears open with regard to the chocolate cat. Love of affection without obsession. This breed enjoys the company of the household, it loves attention, and the cat needs it in large quantities. Playing with the owner, playing with other animals, stroking and scratching, chocolate Yorkies love tactile sensations. They will not get bored if they understand that a person is busy with serious business or resting. However, a York chocolate bar can go after him all day in silence, waiting for a minute of entertainment or petting. Summing up, we can say that the York cat quickly becomes attached to the owner, surrounding him with a light aura of tenderness. American cats are supporters of moderate but genuine fun and friendship with other animals. In addition, it should be noted that, when dealing with young children, to whom chocolate Yorkies show the strongest positive emotions. Care and maintenance of chocolate Yorkies. Although the breed of cats with chocolate fur is artificially bred, in general it is considered unpretentious in terms of nutrition, living conditions and health care. These are cats with strong immunity, resistant to serious chronic or genetic diseases. The average age of York cats is 10 to 12 years, although among them there are many individuals who have crossed the 14-year threshold. But for the cloudless longevity of a mustachioed pet, you need to follow a few simple recommendations. Hair care. Brushing the coat with a soft brush should be done weekly. Cats of this breed do not feel much love for water, although they stoically endure water procedures. Therefore, you should bathe your pet as needed, using a special shampoo. Exercises to maintain muscle tone. To make the cat feel comfortable and cheerful, you need to play with him as often as possible and even walk. A balanced diet. Despite good digestion, Yorkies are fed either dry food for pedigree cats, for example, Persians, or natural products, with daily addition of vitamins. Fish should be excluded from the menu. Visit the veterinarian. We must not forget about the standard procedures, cleaning the eyes, ears, teeth, trimming the nails. But if you have serious problems, cough, spots on the skin and other symptoms, hurry to the doctor, rather than self-medicate. Ears, teeth, clipping. But if you have serious problems, cough, spots on the skin, and other symptoms, hurry to the doctor, rather than self-medicate. Ears, teeth, claws. But if you have serious problems, cough, spots on the skin, and other symptoms, hurry to the doctor, rather than self-medicate. Buying a kitten. A Yorkie kitten is an excellent choice of a pet, especially for a large family with children. The only problem is that the breed remains extremely rare and it is quite difficult to acquire a high-class animal in our area. And delivering a Yorkie cat from its historical homeland is long and expensive. If, nevertheless, you are firmly decided to have a high-breed animal of the York breed, get a kitten not from random people, but only in reputable breeding nurseries. There are not so many of them in the world, and every thoroughbred chocolate is in sight, and in the account, deception in such a situation is impossible. Preparing for such a responsible purchase, it will not be superfluous to carefully study the standard of an exclusive breed. Breeding kittens differ in many ways from mongrel babies of a similar color. What exactly should you pay attention to? The silhouette of the body, head, paws should have smooth, rounded outlines. The contours of the muzzle and ears are rounded, no sharp corners or sharp changes in lines. Color options, only those prescribed by the standard. At an early age, stripes and spots on the fur coat are permissible. The quality of fur already in childhood is distinguished by a minimum of undercoat. Lying kitten, pay attention, not only to the color, but also to the quality of the wool. Yorkshire kittens are unusually active and curious. Don't worry, this will pass over time. As they grow older, these cats acquire poise and almost regal grandeur. But the chocolate kid is ready to tirelessly explore the world that so far lies within the boundaries of your apartment for him, and this is completely normal. There are only a few nurseries with a chocolate breed in the whole world, most of them are located in America and Canada, several in Europe. Yorkies are not very popular outside of the United States, and even in America itself they are still a rarity. The cost for one kitten is from $150 to $500 US. Many factors influence the price: pedigree, achievements of parents, compliance with the breed standard. It should also be borne in mind that, in addition to paying for the animal itself, you will have to pay for its transportation. Conclusion. Breeders of chocolate York cats and just curious cat lovers agree on one thing: this is a very interesting breed with a peculiar, good-looking appearance and a nice character. York will become a reliable, playful, but empathetic friend for any family, demanding nothing in return, neither delicacies nor expensive care products, but care and affection. York cats rarely get sick, and with proper maintenance they live for a long time, without causing noticeable trouble to the owner or other pets.